Judge Kevin Randolph today sentencing Michelle Troconis. She gets over 14 years, as you heard, for the presumed murder of Jennifer Dulos. The judge ruling the sentences for 5 charges will run concurrently, meaning her actual prison time reverted to the charge with the longest sentence. That was the conspiracy to commit murder charge. 14.5 years for that. News 12 Connecticut's Marissa Alter has been following this case from the very beginning. She joins us now from the courthouse. Marissa.
Kurt, a very long and emotional day here. We started at 9:30 this morning, and the sentence coming down around 3:40. It comes 5 years after Jennifer Dulos disappeared and 3 months after a jury convicted Michelle Troconis of conspiring with her then boyfriend Fotis Dulos to kill his estranged wife, then helping him cover up the crime and lie to police. Jennifer Dulos's mother, older sister, 5 children, their nanny, and 4 close friends all addressed the court asking for the maximum sentence. We heard a lot of emotion, heartbreak, grief, anger, as well as some memories. Take a listen.
Every year, we honor Jennifer on her birthday, September 27th, 1968. On that day in September, her children, her sister, her friends, and I crossed the street from my apartment and we walked to Central Park carrying purple balloons, Jennifer's favorite color. We sit on benches and using markers, we write messages to her. Then we let the balloons go and watch as the wind lets them float to the sky. We watch them until the balloons disappear.
I loved Jennifer since the day she was born. I remember holding her when she got home from the hospital. I was so proud to have such a beautiful and precious baby sister. And as the years went by, my pride in Jennifer grew stronger. She grew up to be a talented writer and a beautiful person. I miss Jennifer's intelligence, her soft, sweet voice, and the sound of her laughter. There are really no words to adequately express what losing my sister Jennifer has meant to me.
That woman appeals to our sympathy under the guise of being a mother. She has desecrated the meaning of that word for me. On May 24, 2019, you not only knew about, but conspired to murder a daughter, sister, friend, and mother of 5 kids. That day, you took away 5 children's source of comfort, our protector. You showed no remorse, and you have yet to show any to this day. You have sympathy only for yourself when you realize you will be punished.
I don't understand how she could be so selfish, and it scares me to put my trust in other people now because of Michelle Troconis. She has made my family and me suffer. Because of this, I believe she should serve the consequences of her actions, and I believe she should receive the maximum sentence.
Taking away a nurturing mother at such a young age is not something you, the court, can take lightly. I can't go home to my mom and talk to her about my school day. I can't listen in on any of her stories. I can't crawl into her bed late at night. I can't learn things from her, like when she taught me how to tie my shoelace the proper way. She was my favorite person in the world, my role model. She is still somewhere in my heart. However, I will never be the same person as I was in Connecticut.
On the same day, my dad, with the help of Michelle Troconis, murdered my mom. And even though Michelle may not have been holding the weapon, I truly believe that she had a lot more to do with everything than she's letting on. Michelle Troconis, to me, is the reason I feel completely lost and alone on nights when I cannot sleep. She's the reason why I've blocked out my childhood, and that day so much I can barely remember it. She's the reason kids at school look at me with pity, the reason my teachers say guardians and not parents, the reason I've had to sit and watch as the people who care for me break down.
Those children are now ages 18, 15, and 13. The youngest one was just 8 years old when Jennifer Dulos disappeared. The prosecutor requested the maximum 45 years as well, telling the judge that the defendant was a woman who wanted to erase Jennifer Dulos and take over her life. But Michelle Troconis' loved ones painted a very different picture. They described a devoted mother, someone who is selfless, caring, kind, who always helps other people. Troconis addressed the court, as did her 17-year-old daughter, who asked the judge to show mercy in handing down his sentence.
Through it all, I want to emphasize my love and trust in my mom. She has been my anchor, guiding me through life's troubles. She's the first person I call after a bad competition, and without her motivational words or simply her peaceful voice, I wouldn't be able to be where I am today in either my sport or in life. I am begging you to listen. I need my mom in my life. Your Honor, I am deeply saddened by this tragedy that has affected so many lives. I found out things before and during trial about a man, Fotis Dulos, I thought I knew and loved. I deeply regret ever being in a relationship with Fotis Dulos and bringing my daughter, my family, and myself into our lives, into his life. I am a person of profound faith, and I have been praying and will continue to pray for those who suffered and still suffer. I am thankful to my whole family and my dear friends who have stood by me and support me. I am grateful to you, Your Honor, to let me express myself. Thank you.
Troconis' attorney, John Schoenhorn, said he will appeal this conviction. Troconis has been at York Correctional Institution in Niantic on a $6 million bond since March 1st. Her attorney, John Schoenhorn, asking for an appellate bond so that Troconis can be released while her appeal is pending, but the judge denied that request, meaning she will not be able to get out while that appeal is pending. Schoenhorn spoke outside the courthouse just a few minutes ago.
I don't think there was anything fair about this entire process. I don't think this case should have been heard here in Stamford from the get-go. I do not believe that the publicity surrounding this case for years did not play a role both in the charging, in the prosecution, and in the verdict. I'm not going to criticize the judge. There are many, many issues that I believe were decided in error, but that's not for me to decide. That's going to be either for the Connecticut Appellate Court or the Connecticut Supreme Court.
With an appeal, this means that though there was a sentence today, this case is far from over. Also remember that there is another defendant still awaiting trial. Kent Mawhinney, he was Fotis Dulos' friend and former attorney. He too was charged with conspiracy to commit murder and is still waiting for a court date, or trial date rather. In Stamford, Marissa Alter, News 12, Connecticut.